All right, let's talk about AI in our schools. It's a huge topic, right? And it seems like everyone's feeling a mix of excitement, maybe some confusion, and let's be honest, a little bit of anxiety too. So the big question is, how do we actually navigate this? Well, we're going to break it all down. So let's start with the big question, the one that really frames this whole conversation. Is AI just another tool we can add to our toolkit, or is it something bigger? Something that's going to completely take over teaching as we know it? How we answer that really shapes everything else we do. And that brings us to the core idea for this entire explainer. Look, true, lasting change in our schools, it doesn't come from some shiny new software. It comes from people. It always has, and it always will. To really get our heads around this, we're going to walk through a simple 4-part journey. First, we'll talk about the right mindset to have. Then we'll get into building some practical safeguards. After that, we'll lay out a clear action plan. And finally, we'll imagine what this human-centered future actually looks like. Okay, first things first, the guiding mindset. I really can't stress this enough. Before you buy any software, before you launch any pilot program, your philosophy, your approach is the most critical piece of the puzzle. It's your foundation. The number one rule of this mindset is to use AI with intention, not just as a cool new gimmick. It's the difference between doing a flashy project just because it looks futuristic and actually using AI as a tool to solve real-world problems in your school. The goal isn't just to use AI. The goal is to make education better. The second principle is just as important. You have to keep your teachers at the absolute center of this whole conversation. AI should be built to serve them, not the other way around. You know, there's this big fear out there that AI is coming to replace teachers. But a human-centered approach, it flips that idea completely on its head. It sees AI as a support system. Think of it as a tool that can take on all that tedious admin work. You know, the stuff that eats up so much time. This frees teachers up. It doesn't devalue their professional judgment. It actually enhances their skills, letting them focus on the part of the job that truly matters, connecting with their students. So, once that mindset is locked in, we can move on to part 2, building your safeguards. This is where we get really practical and talk about creating an environment where everybody, staff, students, everyone, can feel safe and confident using these new tools. The first, and honestly the most non-negotiable safeguard, is this. You have to be constantly checking for bias and errors. AI is not perfect. It's built by people and it learns from data created by people, which means it can inherit all of our flaws and our blind spots. This means you can't just plug it in and trust it. You have to be an active, critical user. Dig into the training data. Is it diverse and representative? Question the results it gives you. Are they fair? Are they accurate? And most importantly, watch how it works in a real classroom. Does it actually serve all of your students equally? You know, a tool is only as good as the person using it, right? That's why the next safeguard is all about investing in your people. This means building real confidence through great training, but it also means creating safe spaces where teachers can experiment, ask tough questions, and yeah, even fail sometimes without judgment. And finally, let's talk policy. The goal here is to create policies that are alive. I mean, policies that actually live and breathe in the day-to-day of your classrooms, not ones that just collect dust in a binder on a shelf somewhere. Think of it this way. A static document, it gets filed away and nobody ever looks at it again. But a living practice, that's a guide that gets talked about in staff meetings. It's not some abstract, top-down rule. It's a shared understanding that helps your teachers make smart, ethical choices every single day. So we've got the right mindset. We've built our safeguards. So, what now? Well, now we move to section 3, the action framework. This is all about giving you a clear, manageable path forward. This whole framework is built on a really simple but powerful idea. Experiment, then refine. You do not need a perfect 5-year plan from day one. Seriously, the key is to just start small, learn as you go, and keep making your approach better over time. Okay, so the framework itself is super straightforward. It's just 4 steps. Ready? You audit, then you create policy, then you train, and finally you align. That's it. It takes what feels like this massive, overwhelming task and just breaks it down into clear, doable actions. So let's quickly run through the goal for each step. The audit is all about figuring out where you are right now, understanding your school's unique needs. The policy step is where you work together to create those living guidelines we talked about. Training is, of course, absolutely essential for building confidence. And Align, that's the ongoing work of making sure this new tech is always supporting your school's biggest goals. And that brings us to our final section, your human-centered future. Let's pull all these pieces together and see what this really looks like in the end. So here it is, your human-centered checklist. It's pretty simple. Start with your people, not the technology. Adopt that mindset of intention. Build those practical safeguards before you do anything else. And then follow that clear, step-by-step framework so you can learn and adapt as you go. And so we end up right back where we started, with the most important idea of all. Technology will come and go, but the real, meaningful, lasting change in any school, that will always be driven by its people. So the final question I want to leave you with isn't about which software you should buy. It's this. What is the very first human-centered step that you and your school are going to take on this journey?